FPS games are close to our hearts here at PC Gamer, not only because the PC is the best platform to play them on, but because it's where they were born. Let's get this party started. Splitgate. Splitgate is a free-to-play, fast-paced multiplayer shooter that features player-controlled portals. With its portal mechanics, this sci-fi shooter introduces multi-dimensional, high-flying combat to the FPS genre. Splitgate embraces the traditional and comfortable feel of close-quarters fighting while adding a distinctive twist, evoking memories of the most lauded shooters of the last 2 decades. Splitgate provides more than 20 maps, each with its own distinct atmosphere and playstyle, in addition to grindable challenges, hundreds of customizable characters, a competitive leaderboard and ranking system, and over 15 casual and competitive game types. The maps show locations such as an extraterrestrial crash site, an underwater luxury hotel, and a research facility inside an active volcano. Each map features a distinct aesthetic and gameplay style, rewarding players for adjusting their strategies in the intense portal battle that only Splitgate can provide. It's also free. Counterstrike Global Offensive. The first time you play Counterstrike Global Offensive, it's like entering into a meat grinder of modern warfare. Players that have been scavenging variations of these maps for more than 10 years will be your adversaries. You will perish at the hands of snipers who have hundreds of kills recorded on their scout. Players who are fluent in XCO console commands will punish you by forcing you to sit out the remainder of the round as you regret your error. What makes you decide to play Counterstrike Global Offensive in that case? Because climbing the leaderboards is a feat that can only be accomplished with perseverance, skill, and muscle memory, and some of the best level design ever seen in a video game. There's a reason why servers still run outdated maps like Dust 2 on a daily basis. One of the reasons is that XCO updates consistently keep this shooter new. However, Global Offensive is a contemporary game that features contemporary gameplay. Similar to Team Fortress 2, it is now partially supported by the selling of cosmetics and weapon skins. It has automatic matchmaking that steers you away from the dedicated servers that have contributed to the success of the series. And there are ranks, giving the elitists a visible badge for their dedication, alongside medals for veterans. Along with Veterans Awards, there are other ranks that serve as elitists' visible badges of honor. Overwatch 2. If you want, you may compare Overwatch 2 to League of Legends or Team Fortress 2. Both games have enough in common to share some of their attraction, but Overwatch 2 is sufficiently different that it will take players months to discover the greatest character combinations. The implementation of role lock from the start and the transition to 5v5 together make Overwatch the finest it has ever been. Players can focus more of their efforts on completing the goal by limiting the amount of tanks on each squad. The sports potential of the game has also been crystallized by Overwatch League. But don't worry if you're not a fan of 8-hour practice sessions. Overwatch 2 appeal as a pick-up and play title makes it one of the best FPS games on PC. Our Overwatch 2 tier list should give you a clear idea of who is now up and who is simply not worth your time if you're intending to join in for the first time.
Planted. Barrier created.
Valorant. Fans of XCO and Overwatch will be very familiar with Riot's hero shooter Valorant, but as we explain in our Valorant review, that's actually a very good thing. It's easy to understand why Valorant has quickly risen to the top of the competitive FPS field. There are several bright-eyed heroes to pick from, and they all have a variety of beneficial, well-balanced skills. The weaponry and the economic structure are directly lifted from XCO. They even called the AWP the op, which sounds a lot like clever. Matches are fierce and demand precision, talent, and teamwork. If your aim is poor or your responses are off, it's going to be a hard game, just like in XCO. But at least you won't be playing against an adult who has been mastering Dust II since they were weaned. If you're interested in entering a new competitive scene, Valorant is highly recommended. If you don't feel like committing to a full match, the Spike Rush game mode is quicker, more relaxed, and provides just as much FPS fun.
This is a good start.
Titanfall 2. This shooter sequel's multiplayer was so expertly balanced by EA and Respawn, who expanded on everything the first game did well, that it became one of the top PC games of 2016. There is nothing quite like the contrast between agile pilot combat and gritty, industrial mech brawling in Titanfall 2. The solo mode of this first-person shooter also doubles as a fantastic introduction to the game's mechanics and a fun, standalone narrative, as you can see in our review of Titanfall 2 campaign. The campaign never makes an attempt to surpass the gameplay with grand set pieces or Hollywood-style spectacle. Instead, the game's basic mechanics provide all the excitement, while running toward a throng of foes and dispatching them with a few satisfying shots from your shotgun is always thrilling. Respawn has not only added depth to single-player. A 4-player co-op wave mode is an excellent companion to the competitive multiplayer that contains a wide variety of Titanfall 2 classes. Titanfall 2 is a bigger and better beast than before, and a breath of fresh air for the mech games genre as a whole. Apex Legends. Apex Legends, the ultimate fight for those who desire to move more quickly. In Apex Legends, your movement is just as crucial as your aim. To get an advantage, you can parkour across roofs, scramble up ledges, and slide down hills. Respawn's shooter feels distinctive in the genre because of the character classes and their skills. In order to confuse their opponents, some heroes can clone themselves, while others can build portals and see the footprints of their enemies. You may combine these skills in creative ways to outwit opposing teams when playing in a squad of 3, which is how it was intended to be played. The 2 maps are colorful and interesting, with lots of opportunities to help you gain the upper hand, and Respawn is continually modifying the recipe with new heroes and weaponry. It's time to pick it back up if you haven't played it since the initial flurry of enthusiasm.
Come on,
Call of Duty. The most recent Call of Duty game returns to the present, a gentle reboot of the same-named game from 2009. The single-player campaign is a world tour that takes you from Amsterdam to the desert of Al Mazrah. The best way to put it is as follows. The gameplay of Modern Warfare 2 is still as powerful as that of its 2019 predecessor, with a revamped weapon platform system and even a third-person game mode for players who like to know what's around every corner. Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer offering is more extensive than ever. With a Call of Duty game, you know what you're getting. A reliable product with some amusing maps and very rewarding gunplay. Playerunknown Battlegrounds. Playerunknown Battlegrounds is the game that spawned the Battle Royale craze. Although it wasn't technically the first Battle Royale game, it popularized the features that made it so well known. Random stuff distributed around a large map, a starting plane from which players parachute, and a play area that is constantly getting smaller. Since it first launched, a lot has changed. It is now more polished, has a wide range of maps that accommodate various play types, and is, for the most part, free to play. The length of time between player sightings on the largest maps, combined with the lethality of the realistic bullet physics, are what distinguishes Playerunknown Battlegrounds from its competitors. You can play with a group of buddies, but I always remember those tense, stealthy alone times. Halo: The Master Chief Collection. Halo: The Master Chief Collection is a compilation of first-person shooter video games in the Halo series. The original Master Chief Collection included all of the multiplayer maps and game modes from Halo: Combat Evolved Anniversary, Halo 2 Anniversary, Halo 3, and Halo 4, along with all of its supplementary content. 3. The original release's stories and gameplay haven't been altered. 4. The games are first-person shooters that feature third-person vehicular combat. Each campaign includes 4 varying degrees of difficulty and offers skulls, which are gameplay enhancements. On Xbox One and Series, all 4 campaign modes can be played solo or with a friend in split screen or online via Xbox Live. Split screen functionality is not available in the Microsoft Windows release, but it can be played cooperatively online with Steam friends and Xbox friends. Yes, you must play this game. Destiny 2. Nobody anticipated that Destiny 2 would be this fantastic. And we adore Destiny so much. Destiny 2 instantly transforms the first game into a collection of prototypes. Actually, forget about that. The MMO FPS concept from the first game serves as the foundation for this evolution, which creates a totally new, richer, deeper, and wider experience. Destiny 2 campaign is sufficient to justify it because it now takes place in a fully developed universe that is full of people, character, depth, and plot. It is a fantastic Halo game that is far more carefully curated, handcrafted, and composed of fantastic, in-the-moment narrative and set-piece design. But it's just the beginning.
I need to locate my team before there's nothing left to find.
Every single one of Destiny 2 vastly expanded activities, including story-driven side quests, spiraling, multi-part exotic quest lines, treasure hunting, exploration, in-world lore hunting, the brilliantly imaginative new strikes, and puristic, tactically reworked Crucible PP will advance you thanks to the game's streamlined leveling system. Then there is the far more creative and expressive weapon design, which further energizes the loadout approach that is much more freeform. A lot of the action is now accessible for free thanks to Destiny 2 New Light, which is even better. Regular diehards may still purchase the Witch Queen, the finest Destiny edition, for a small fee. And so concludes our list of the finest FPS games available to play on PC. Hope you find something new to play. See you in the next video.